I caught my cheating wife after finding a hidden phone in her purse. Tucked inside my wife's handbag, beneath her favorite silk scarf, lay a second phone, a silent intruder that whispered secrets and shattered the quiet trust of our London flat in an instant. I was rummaging through Sophie's oversized mulberry purse that rainy Tuesday evening, searching for her spare umbrella in our cluttered Camden Town flat. I'm Oliver Hargreaves, a 38-year-old accountant with a penchant for order, married to Sophie, a 36-year-old florist with a flair for chaos. We'd built a life together over a decade, 2 cheeky kids, Evie and Theo, aged 7 and 5, and a terraced house filled with the scent of her roses. But that night, my fingers brushed against something foreign. A sleek black smartphone, hidden under her scarf, its screen dark and unfamiliar. My heart sank. Sophie's iPhone was always on the kitchen counter. Why a second phone? I hesitated, then powered it on. No password. The home screen lit up with a flood of notifications, texts from Dee, late-night calls, and photos of Sophie laughing with a man I didn't know, taken at a pub I'd never visited. My stomach churned as I read a message. "Can't wait for Brighton this weekend, love. Dee." Brighton? She'd told me she was visiting her sister in Bristol. I felt the weight of betrayal settle in, a bitter contrast to the rain tapping against our windows. When Sophie came home, her auburn hair damp from the downpour, I confronted her in the kitchen, the hidden phone in my hand like a loaded gun. "Who's Dee, Sophie?" I asked, my voice steady despite the tremor inside. Her face drained of color, her usual warmth replaced by panic. She stammered, then confessed. Dee was Daniel, a supplier she'd met at flower markets, their business meetings turning into an affair over 6 months. The Brighton trip was their next escape, planned while I minded the kids. The revelation gutted me. Sophie wept, admitting she'd felt trapped by our routine, seeking excitement with Daniel. I moved to the spare room that night, the kids' puzzled questions echoing in my ears. Over the next fortnight, I wrestled with fury and grief, replaying our anniversaries, her laughter at Sunday roasts. I considered divorce, imagining a life without her, but the thought of Evie and Theo split between us tore at me more. One evening, as autumn leaves fell outside, I found Sophie in the garden, pruning her roses with tears streaming down her face. She looked up, her voice breaking. "I've ended it, Oliver. I was wrong. About everything. I'll do anything to fix this, for us, for the kids." Her vulnerability struck me, a mirror to my own pain. I didn't forgive her then, but I agreed to try counseling for the family we'd built. Months later, on a crisp Boxing Day morning 2025, I stood with Sophie and the kids by the Thames, the city's lights reflecting on the water like a promise. Evie clutched my hand. Theo tugged at Sophie's coat, their giggles a lifeline. The hidden phone was gone, destroyed in a fit of rage, its secrets buried. Sophie's hand brushed mine, hesitant, and I let it linger, a fragile step toward healing. The pain of her betrayal lingered, but so did the love that had weathered it. As the cold air carried the sound of distant carols, I realized our story wasn't over. It was rewriting itself, one tender moment at a time, with hope as our guide.